Welcome back to SmokeHouse. I've been talking with a couple of people and they've been talking to me about anxiety. So I thought I would do another episode more going into my anxiety. It is really not easy for me to talk about my anxiety. It's there's a lot of outtakes that I might even put up to show you guys how bad my anxiety can get, even just talking to you guys about it. So I used to be a really social creature until the issues that happened that caused my anxiety and all my other issues. So after all my incidents, my combat, coming home, all my other issues that were caused by unforeseen or just not thought about things. So what I really tried to do was get out and do the same kind of things that I did when I was, before all my issues. I used to go out, I used to go party, I used to go out and have a bunch of fun. I felt like I really needed to show everybody that I wasn't any different. And so, I tried to have good time and show everybody how much fun I could still have. And I made such a fool of myself. I got into so many fights just looking for adrenaline. The drugs I was on just made me so angry. I thought they were helping me. They would just, bring me down to a zombie level and I'd be like, I'm good. And I'd go out and I'd be so angry. And anything that I wanted to would just send me over the edge and I'd be looking for that adrenaline. But what really helped me was switching to the marijuana. And it wasn't just the marijuana. The marijuana just helps me to where I need to be. I do not just use marijuana all the time just to get as stoned as I can. There are a lot of people that do that. Not trying to diss anybody. I'm just telling everybody what helps me. I can have a good time. I can smoke a lot and have just as much fun as everybody else. But most of the time, I'm not looking for that. I'm just looking to bring myself down so that I can deal with situations better. Any other drug that I've ever had has not done for me what marijuana does. However, I have abused it. You are able to just bring yourself to such a stoned level, turn on a movie, turn on a game, and just zone out for a certain amount of time. And I have been guilty of that when I first started and I didn't understand what I needed to do. And so what really helps me is smoking the marijuana, but then also just smoking it to where I can get to where I'm calm, where I can talk to people about what I need to talk to them about. And also my wife is a big factor. My wife has helped me in so many ways, helped me connect to things I needed to reconnect with. She gives me someone I can talk to. She is my best friend. And that is something that is very special. And when someone that you love is your best friend, let me tell you, it is very helpful. It's very difficult, especially for most people. I have been guilty of that. To just lay yourself out there for somebody, we get burned so many times in our life, in our young life, in our adult life. There have been so many people that have betrayed us. That contributes to my anxiety. Some of the closest people to me who I thought would always be there for me have been some of the biggest people who have given me betrayal. And it's very hard to put trust in the people when something like that happens. But you have to be willing to make a sacrifice if you really want to make a connection with somebody. It's not going to happen if you're not honest with them. I do so well with my wife because I am too honest to a fault. I mean, I get myself into trouble with how honest I am. There are things that if I never told her, she'd never find out. There's no way. And I end up telling her. And sometimes I'm like, why am I telling her? But I end up saying, I know why. Because in the long run, she believes me. She trusts me. Even though I've gotten myself into a lot of trouble, she knows that I cannot help but be honest. It's a combination of the marijuana, my wife, and just knowing how to use the marijuana, not using it in abundance, knowing if I take 2 hits, I'm going to be able to function normally. I can carry on a conversation. I can stay focused on one thing. That's one of my biggest issues with anxiety is it makes my mind think about 19 different things at once. It's so hard to focus or even listen to someone when that is going on. You're just constantly waiting for them to shut up so that you can keep talking, so that you can get in maybe a word or two, so that you don't forget the 19 things you're trying to remember. So it really helps when I have a couple of hits. There was nothing else that helped me like that. I really just want people to know how much help they can get from this, to get off, to replace harder drugs, to help them with their anxiety, to help people with so many things. I mean, I've seen so many things around the internet of, I haven't seen any medical studies. I will point that out immediately. But I have seen videos of certain people with certain ailments or diseases that are smoking, and it's not fixing them, but it's making them feel better. It's allowing them to function without either the pain or the symptom. And that's amazing. I don't know why you would want to prevent people from having that. And all that aside, I mean, it can just be enjoyable. It's a much safer alternative to alcohol for adults. I'm not going to get into this right now. I'll go into another video, but it's amazing how much better, safer and better it is as an alternative to other things we deem legal. Now, please, if you liked what you've seen or heard, please like, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see any new videos that are going to be coming out, please hit that bell button. And please follow along. Now Jay is going to go smoke a J.